Okay, so we got an update 6 hours ago. Apologies for the delay in doing this. I would have done this earlier. The Acala team have announced that they've submitted a proposal to get the incident resolved, which is awesome. Great news, as I expected from the team. Nonetheless, I did say it in the last video that I think they're going to fix this. It is going to affect their reputation, however, at least short term. Long term, I think they're going to be fine. I'm just going to say it again in case you didn't see my last video where I mentioned it. But things are going to be okay. So let's take a look at the proposal here. We're going to read it. So the trace result, which happened on the 15th of August, has identified 1,288,561,129 AUSD erroneously minted, transferred to and remaining at the 16 wallet addresses. There was another trace result which confirmed 4,299,119 erroneously minted AUSD remaining in the IBTC AUSD reward pool that have not been claimed. The trace report has clearly indicated the origin of these events were from erroneously minted AUSD. The referendum proposal is to help resolve the error mint, restore the AUSD peg, and resume Acala operations. And we're going to talk about restoring the AUSD peg because that's important, and that's why we're seeing the FOMO right now. I'm assuming it's not the team. I'm assuming it's the people doing it. We're going to take a look at that after this. But they're saying that they're going to resume Acala operations, which means they're going to take it out of maintenance mode and into operational mode, which means that transfers will be working again. You'll be able to use the DeFi functionalities like farming, like adding liquidity, removing liquidity, etc. Right now, because they're in maintenance mode, we can't do any of that, but apparently the blockchain is still producing blocks. So the blockchain is not out of commission as I initially thought. Apparently, the only parachain that doesn't use a specific function within the Polkadot and Kusama ecosystems, which is called the Babe function, the only one that's not using it is Moonbeam. Okay, anyone else can use, doesn't have Babe, can go into the maintenance mode. Okay, so that's one of the things that I didn't actually know about. I just basically recently discovered it thanks to this situation with Acala, because otherwise I wouldn't have known that. So what this means is that in case of something, in case of basically shit hitting the fan, let's put it this way, every single parachain can go into maintenance mode and resolve that problem. Okay, of course they can resolve the problem in the sense that they're freezing access. Okay, so they're not really resolving the problem, they're freezing the access while they're working on resolving the problem. And once they find out the root cause, etc., they do their analysis, they test it out, then they deploy the fix and they push it up for governance voting, so it'll go into referendum. And then based on that, of course, you need to vote with that specific coin. I'm assuming you are able to vote even though everything is blocked, right? I'm assuming you should still be able to vote even if you can't transfer out. Because ultimately when you're voting, you're not really transferring, you're just putting weight for that specific vote, either a yes or a no. And so to me, I mean, that's how it's going to be going forward, right? You may argue that there is some centralization aspect, but think about it. Centralization has saved Acala in this case. Either we like it or not, this is the reality. Had it not been for this function, I mean, think of what could have happened. That person who actually got the 1 billion could have just sold, and he could have wiped out every single liquidity pool on every DEX, likely on KuCoin too, and he could have made a lot of money. Maybe not 1 billion because they probably wouldn't have been enough to get that much money out, but he could have probably made at least a few millions, right? At least a few millions, I think. And just to continue with this, so what are they going to do? So this proposal would like to raise a referendum for the 1.28 billion erroneously minted AUSD remaining on the 16 accounts to be returned to Hansen protocol to be effectively burned. Okay, that's the idea here. And then the 4.2 million AUSD remaining in the IBTC AUSD reward pool to be returned to Hansen protocol to be effectively burned as well. So they literally want to burn these AUSDs which were minted, and so they're no longer going to be in circulation, which could be a good thing, right? Because we don't want more AUSD than necessary. If it's not being minted originally, like organically, then we shouldn't have the AUSD to begin with. Okay, so that's basically the reason. So this is the proposal hash here, as you can see, and yeah, I mean, it's gonna be up for voting. 2,000 people have seen this, 7 users, 38 likes, 7 replies as well. So yeah, there's definitely some some activity going on for this proposal. Next, and finally, let's take a look at the peg. Okay, so I did say in yesterday's video that they're going to be recovering this because they did announce it, and at the end of the day, if they announced it, right, that's it, right? If you have a look here, I mean, yesterday we had this massive dip here. Just when I thought we're going to recover the peg around here, when we were at 85 cents, we pushed to 90 a few times, just over 90. Someone just basically dumped a lot of AUSD here and made someone else happy. Whoever held this, whoever bought this and basically held, is really happy because what did this dump to? This dumped to 76 cents on the dot. Okay, so you're basically getting, what are you getting? 24% guaranteed when the peg is going to be recovered. I mean, right now you're already getting more than 20% with 96 cents. Okay, and there are sell orders here, as you can see, at 96.6 cents for 25.6K here. There's this buy order here, which some people are selling into for 96 cents and 25. So yeah, I mean, the peg is going to recover. I don't even think the team need to do anything. It might be the team doing this, don't get me wrong. Maybe it is the team, we don't know. It could just be people FOMOing in because they know that the peg is going to get restored. Then they're going to make an easy gain, right? At the end of the day, it's all about making an easy gain. People are going to ride these kind of opportunities when they get them. And I'm going to say it again, when this went to 5 cents, look at this. I mean, there's massive dump here. I mean, had you been awake, I mean, it happened when I was sleeping at the time, at my local time zone. But I mean, imagine if it would have happened when you're awake, like during the day, and you would have seen this. I mean, you didn't even know what was going on. I mean, you could have said that perhaps something has happened. Maybe it was really hacked and it's game over for AUSD. Why should I risk my assets here? So this would have been a pure gamble, right? At that time, I think, because we didn't have answers. But whenever we got the answers, I mean, even if we got the answers around here, I mean, 50 something cents, you're getting almost 2x guaranteed here because we are going to be recovering this peg. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. The probability is getting higher by the minute here with this being at 96 cents. We're going to see $1 again. And so, yeah, I mean, anyone who got in on this wave here is really happy, I'm sure, right? But I mean, even if you would have gotten in a bit later, around here, 70 something cents, like I said, 25% in a bear market, that's something, right? That's something, and you can't complain. You gotta accept it. You're not giving it, you're taking the 25%. And depending on the capital that you've put in, 25% could prove to be quite a significant amount. And it could keep you going in this bear market for a while. Maybe you'll be reinvesting, whatever, right? So yeah, definitely good opportunity. Unfortunately for the Acala team, it has affected their reputation, but some people have taken advantage of this situation. As you can see here, there was a lot of trading activity for AUSD. It's been really volatile in and out. And so yeah, that's been it from today's video. Let me know in the comments as always, and I'd like to thank you for watching my video from yesterday. I appreciate it. I got a lot of views on that video, so hopefully this video will also get a lot of views. But we'll have to see. So please don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well to help show support, as I'll be bringing you more of these videos from Polka News tutorials. I'll also be doing more interviews very soon. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.